This is why I did not want to try to change this fuel pump on this tank. Look at all the rot we're dealing with, and that thing just might come out of there and go back in and be good, but I'm not taking the chance. Thing will wind up back in my lap. We'll get the hoses off of it the best I can, as if I can. This is the one that goes on that piece that we fixed. We gotta get it off down here so we can put it on the new tank. Who knows? I haven't opened up the box yet. Never know. We might find new hoses and stuff in there. I doubt it, but we'll see. Here's my new tank. No new hoses, but it does come with a new strap. And there's the old tank. I still gotta get that line freed up on the old tank, that hose, so I can put it on this new one. And I gotta read the directions to find out if there's any new tricks, anything I need to know about before I put this thing on. Got those hoses off of there. They came off in pretty good shape. Just, you know, you got to use the right tools. And came off. This end of it here is, I cut that flare off that he put on there and sanded this down smooth. I'm going to go on and put the union on this end of it first and have it ready. I just took this hose off of here. Had a little trouble getting it loose. I got the clamp off. I just stuck the screwdriver on the inside between the hose and this and just kept working it. I could see what it's doing. I could see this raising up. Kept working until I got it loose. This one's full of rust on the inside. Well, I'm not going to go get another hose for this because, like I said, this car is going to go to the junkyard with this, everything I'm doing on it. It ain't going to be used very long. So I'm going to take a screwdriver and scrape that rust out of there and put this same hose back on. That's the filler tube hose. I'm looking in the wheel well here. I got this ground strap off and I got the nut and bolt hanging on it. And it's kind of weird. It had a 1/2-inch bolt but a 13mm nut on it. I mean, you know, not a 1/2-inch thread, but a 1/2-inch headed bolt. Anyway, I got to clean that wire up on both sides with some sandpaper before I put it on, and I have to get up here with a sharp scraper and sandpaper or something and try to clean the hole that it goes in before, because ground is very important. And this is a very rusty situation down here. It's not even a bad idea to take some silicone glue and smear around that connection after everything is tightened down, just to help keep the salt and stuff off of it. This is the ground hole right here. And I am up here with a scraper. Now the wire, it cleaned off pretty good because it's brass coated anyway, so it didn't rust. So that's good. But I got to make sure we got a good clean surface up here. I'm pretty sure that is not brass coated on the steel. On the steel frame. Yeah, see all that red? I'm getting a lot of rust off of that. We just got to get the worst of it off. Doesn't have to be perfect, because the wire that goes on there has kind of like a lock washer on it. It has those little sharp little deals sticking up all the way around, about 20 of them or so, 15 or so. Where am I? Okay, it's got those sticking out. They're not just in there flat, they're sticking out up at an edge. They will cut into the rust and into the steel a little bit. So but you still want to get the worst of it off up here. And that wire is only the one that goes, that's just a ground to this filler neck, but it grounds here to the same spot that the fuel tank grounds on. I must have been out of mechanic work a long time. This car is a 94, and I have never seen this. There's a ball in here. It's obviously to keep you from being able to siphon gas out of the tank. If it were mine, I'd pull that thing out of there, but it's not mine. I don't know if I should leave it in there or not. But I never knew that was in there. I haven't seen one of those before. We got the tank started, got the electric, the ground bolted down. This hose here that we did not have to cut or break, it's not real good. It's got a bad spot up here, but it's not what I'm paid to fix. This, that one, we did not change the length of it, so I'm going to follow. The other hose that we did change the length, I'm going to follow the bends in the other one, because they're the same here. Got two of them right there, this one and this one, and the same right there, those two bends right there, and that's going to tell me where I need to cut this one off at, which would be like right here. Got this old beast running, but we got a problem. It's leaking. Ran gas out really bad. Yep, it's not the fuel line that we changed, but one that we kind of moved around a little bit. That one looks like it's broken right in there. So we got to fix that one now. We got it fixed. What I did was, since it was going to take another special fuel line that they did not have at the parts store, and I would not have been able to put the bend in it that it needed to have, so I just went on and cut that fuel line off, and I put a piece of fuel hose on it. So that's what we did. We cut the bad spot out, replaced it with a fuel hose and some clamps. For some reason, I don't think that's legal, but we don't have inspections here, and this car is not going to last that long anyway. There's nothing dangerous about it, perfectly safe, but it is what it is. We got it done, and I got to get this thing out of my driveway. I'm tired of overlooking it. Got to get it done and get it out here. It does not have a muffler on it. Catalytic converter's got a piece of pipe, and then it just ends right there, and there's a tailpipe. I don't know. I don't really want that job either, but I might get stuck with that too. I think you can afford to take it to a muffler shop.